It's here. A factory new Nerf Hammershot. It's perfect just how it is. That's a lie. It's time for upgrades.
Upgrading a foam projectile device will not increase your odds of survival.
It's not about survival, Hal. It's about style. This is the Nerf Hammershot. Let's go over what we're about to do. So here's what we got going on here. We're going to upgrade the spring. Just going to give it a little more power. A little more power means a little bit more stress on side. So we're going to upgrade the hammer and trigger with this aluminum hammer and trigger assembly, which should give the gun more longevity and give it a little bit more chance of not being prone to failure. Because if you just upgrade the springs, plastics are going to fail. Trust me, I know. We're also going to change out this cylinder. This is a 5-shot plastic cylinder for a 7-shot brass cylinder. Brass is going to be smoother on the darts, less drag, snugger fit, should make it more accurate, should give it a little bit more power. And then we're going to do some 3D printed accessories, which are going to change the profile of the gun, change the look of it, and make it unique. So what we're working on today is the sidearm for my costume for my Ferrix construction guy outfit for Space Dive. I'm doing no paint, no weathering, no finish work on it. It's strictly internal components and silhouette, because I'm going to be making a leather holster for it, and it's going to be wet formed around it. And if I do any finishes right now, we just run the risk of ruining it. So today is just about reliability. The outline finishes will come later. I'm upgrading the internals so it survives actual use. Tatooine is very sandy. You're picking up darts off the ground, and I've broken a lot of Nerf guns over the years from upgrading one thing, ignoring the other things, and then also just from abuse. The Hammershot is simple because it's a muzzle loader. Even though it's a revolver, you don't have any feed mechanism, you have no magazine, so you're not running dirty darts through the gun, which always eventually makes it fail.
Contaminants increase internal friction and failure probability.
Yeah. So we're going to do some upgrades. First thing we're going to do is disassemble it so we can figure out what we need to do inside, and then we'll go from there. So we're going to take out these screws, crack it open, and see where we're at. Just looking around, figuring out what we got going on in here. Okay, I'm going to replace this, replace this, replace this. I think this just lifts out of here. Okay, well, that was a little more difficult than advertised. Should have been simpler. I took way more apart than I really needed to, but we got there. The trigger assembly is all put back in. It looks like it's going to work fine. We're going to move on to putting together the cylinder and getting the cylinder upgrade in here. I don't know exactly what I did or why, but I had to file down the hammer because it was hitting the front of the plastic. I don't know if it's because I took the air restrictors out and that was making it so the piston can go further forward, but I think we're good. And you know, I have other guns if it turns into a problem, but I don't see, there's still enough in there to make it stop. But regardless, we got it in there, we're moving on. All right, moving on. We have the trigger assembly done, so now we're going to assemble the cylinder and then install the cylinder and then button her back up, and I think we'll be good with this part of the procedure. So the first part is to put these brass cylinders into the cylinder. Well, that was a little more difficult than it should have been. The instructions didn't say anything about needing to file anything, and or that you should have to use a hammer to put it together, but it is a tight fit. Everything is in there. Definitely has a lot more punch. It's got longer barrels, a smoother release, and
Capacity increased 40%.
exactly. So now it's on to the cosmetic shrouds and all the things that are going to make it just have a unique look to it. Okay, the rest of these mods are definitely just plug and play. You know, we have all the spare parts from before, but we're going to now change the silhouette of this gun and make it look a little bit unique. So I found these are from a different kit, and they just cover up this lanyard hole just to give it a nice extension on the handle, and I really like it a lot. This goes on top of here. You gotta cock it to put it on. Slides into there. All the way forward. Make sure it's locked into place. And then the fore end extension here. Just gives it a nice barrel. And we gotta drive these. Gotta take this screw out because it goes through here. Alright. So it lines up with these two screw holes. Am I hitting something? Oh, it does drag. Alright, so what's happening here is that when the front shroud goes on, it pushes just enough pressure downward to where it's hitting the cylinder on this top piece. So I have to take the screws out and pull this little sight thing out because we're not going to use it anyway. So that's what we're doing. Now, that looks smooth. All right, well now with all the modifications, you can see how good it came out, how different it looks. This is definitely unique now. This, once it's painted, it will look fantastic. I am very happy. It was a little bit more of a struggle than I expected it to be. I've done many Nerf mods, and this one just didn't want to go back together, but I got it there in the end. And it looks fantastic. It's got brass barrels. It shoots way harder. And I'm going to be very, very happy with this. It's got better steel, stronger trigger. It'll hold up.
It's still just a toy.
Don't worry. She'll hold together. You hear me, baby? Hold together. Hal, you need to stop interrupting me. You're not a co-host.
I was under the impression I was contributing meaningfully.
You're a shop assistant.
I see. Understood.